A pre-intro intro?
Like we gotta like, hey, how's it going, guys? I do this
Okay.
every week. Every week I cut
It's
this
good.
this
How are
out.
you? I'm doing good, Ryan. How are you doing?
No, we haven't done it yet. We haven't started yet. Stop.
I just
Oh
wasted
my
the good
god.
one.
That's the
Oh,
always good
Best take
questions.
you're gonna get from him.
that's it. That's
How are you?
How
hey,
are you?
hey, Ryan.
How's the water heater working?
It's not the water heater. It's the
Oh,
the heat. It's the
oh yeah. How's your
radiant
heater?
heater.
How's your
Do you
heater?
have
Are we
heat?
making lots of t-shirt
We
sales
we
to support
I
Garrett's
don't know.
heat
We got to talk to the
addiction?
marketing department. My heat addiction. My addiction to heat. Yes, I like being warm rather than cold.
What a
Uh,
bitch.
I mean, I don't mind it. It's our like 47 and 52 kilo lifters really don't like not having heat.
Buy a sweater.
But we got heat. Yeah. Oh, we should do sweaters. Then you don't need to fund the heat. You can just get a sweater.
But you can do it at the same time. You get a sweater and fund the heat.
Ooh.
That's right.
I mean, I'm just
Heat
gonna take
fund
that
sweater.
money and just dump it right into magic cards.
Equipment
So
is tired and cold.
freezing.
Not usually at
Uh,
the same time. I mean, to be honest.
no, no.
No,
Usually more
Usually
sweaty,
no, that's true. Yeah,
sweaty and wet
moist.
and yeah, humid.
moist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, moist. Yeah, I think of just like Zaid, Joe Cap, and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Just wet.
Wet.
Oh,
Yes,
I remember.
those are all very damp individuals.
I remember laying on a bench after Brian benched, and it was just it was wet.
I
This is
remember the
our
first time
intro. Is
I
it?
met our coach Brian was in Sweden, 2018 maybe. Was he
Mm-hmm.
there? You
Uh,
and Brian.
no, that was me. Are you implying I
Where
was
did I
wet?
first coach Brian? Anyway,
North Americans.
sure.
NAPS.
And I tried to
Yeah.
chalk his back,
Yeah,
and like
that.
the
Mm.
chalk doesn't work on his back.
Yeah,
It actually, I think he destroyed the block of chalk. Is what happened.
yeah.
Too much
His
liquid
body
went
just
into the block of chalk, and it just
It
yeah.
just turned into like a goop.
yeah,
The ratio was
just
way too
smear the
skewed.
paste on his back. You know.
Hopefully, it's still kind of sticky.
Yeah, that was a warm up room,
Mm-hmm.
but very
Mhm.
good vibes. Very good vibes.
Exceptional, even.
Hey Ryan, how are you?
Good. Did we already do this? Are we starting over?
You said
Is
we
that
weren't
all,
doing it.
is
Is
that
that
all in the
late?
intro? I don't even know.
Oh, I just
I'll see what
messed up
happens when I edit it.
the time continuum is
See what
all
attitude I
email.
have.
How much
See how
effort you want to put
fondly you
into the
look back
intro?
on these conversations.
Yeah, Bryce, you're back in kit. I see.
I am, yes. This week I've started back into equipment, and
Oh,
it was one of those things. It was like I got up to 270, took the first like kind of in the suit, no wraps, just feeling it out, and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel too bad. But then I took 320 and was like, oh god, this feels heavy. Oh, um, but yeah, I think it'll be pretty okay. Seems like a better entry point than my last couple of blocks, so I think we're headed in the right direction. But I definitely want to, throughout this next like period before I, start getting really ready for Worlds 27. I want to try to be in equipment more. I feel like I have a skill deficit, and like strength, obviously, in the specific sort of skill or strength curve of equipment that I need to really build up. So trying to make sure that I have pretty regular exposures and spend a decent amount of this next like year and a bit probably in equipment.
So many,
Um,
so many reps. So many
lots of
sets of
reps in gear,
reps.
yeah, I'm back on the fives.
Oh,
lots of wrapped knees.
Yeah, yeah, back on the fives.
how do you feel
But
about
we did a
knee
lot of
wraps
volume last
without a
block.
suit?
Um, like it's fine as long as I don't have to go too far.
I like it.
I
I,
usually
I
start wrapping once there's, a decent amount more weight on the bar. But my first, like I'll take 220. I think I did actually wrap for the 270, but I'll usually take a 220 in the suit because I like to put my suit on pretty early. And I just don't bother wrapping for that. It's fine.
But you don't ever
I
do just raw with wraps.
I have before, but not in like recent times. Not in quite a while.
I program them almost as if I would like a slingshot bench. where it's that like
Mhm.
weird pseudo equipped in between bridge the gap kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
know some
useful
people
here and
don't.
there.
So
Yeah, so I put it back into Reyes programming last year, and it really seemed to help. I think it just kind of keeps the secondary exposure a little heavier, so
Mhm.
seems
yeah,
to
Probably a little bit more
baseline stays a little
specific.
higher.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah it
Yeah.
seemed to work for her.
Keeps the knees good and calloused.
So good.
So good.
Do not miss that at all.
So good.
I got wrapped at nationals to run across a ballroom, but
Yeah,
it's the
you
first time I
did.
got wrapped in 2
You
years, and well, that didn't feel very
bring
good at
back
all.
memories.
Yeah, especially over top of pants. I don't know if that was the real move there or
I
not.
feel like that adds an extra element of
Yeah,
ickiness to it.
pinchiness.
Yeah,
Not ideal.
more creases, pinching and binding and biting.
That's what the
I
clip is all about, I
was
think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just the mutual suffering among all people training at the same time.
My knees were definitely itchy for a few days after that, though.
Well, that could just be because like 30 other people got wrapped with those wraps before you, though.
It was over top of my pants. It's not like dead
Hey,
skin. It's not a
you
dead
don't
skin
know. You
issue.
don't know. You don't know what seeps through those pants.
Do you ever
You don't know
wash your
what's
knee
on people's
wraps?
like.
I never washed their knee wraps before.
Good
No,
question.
Do like a big soaking, just
I'm
like
I'm a pretty big proponent of like my stuff doesn't
oh,
get
don't
Get
say it.
washed.
washed.
Oh, don't.
I don't I
You
don't want
kept
to
Saw
wash
that
talking.
I
coming a
don't want to
mile
wash
away.
I don't want to wash the good out of it. And
Please stop.
I always apologize when someone's like grabbing one of my shirts. I'm just like, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that
It's
doesn't make
got
it
so
better.
much. It doesn't make it better, but I'm convinced that the two or three good presses I'm gonna have a year will go away if I wash the shirt. So the shirt
Maybe
stays
not.
unwashed.
Maybe better. Maybe even be better.
No, I'm never going to be convinced. I'll just continue to apologize to whatever poor soul has to squish me into my shirt.
Your bench shirt smells like Febreze and death.
Bounce body sheets or whatever they are. Yeah, I just stuff like 4 or 5 of
Body
those in that
sheets?
thing. Whatever they are. The the
You
dryer
just tuck
sheets.
those in your pits in the mornings?
Yeah, I just
This
tuck a
is
couple in, you know.
what's your morning routine, Garrett? I should rub my whole body with a bounce sheet. It gets
Ice
me
bath
going.
and a few
Just
bounce body
get rid of the
sheets.
static.
Yeah.
Uh Ryan, how's your marathon prep going?
Super good.
Do
Yeah.
you have any good runs recently?
I mean, they're all good runs as long as I can walk the next day. No, it's fine.
Fair metric.
Still doing a lot of walk runs, like just intervals. So, but feeling better. Hoping to add some longer intervals of running and get more continuous running going. But I'm still like 290 pounds, so it's a lot of human to move in a semi-rapid fashion.
How's Equip Bench World's prep, Garrett?
I touched twice.
You touched?
Holy,
Twice.
settle down, bud. You're gonna
I
waste all
might
your
have just
touches.
I might have wasted all my touches.
All while
Yeah.
trying to con our guests into saying that you
I
don't need to touch to confirm your bias.
You don't need to touch. It might be good to touch. You don't need to touch. Yeah, no, it's fine. Just did a deload session last week. In a looser shirt. And secrets out. Shane has had to drop out of Bench World, so which is unfortunate. But I mean, like the focus is just win. So playing with a looser shirt that I used at nationals as well. Just because it's more consistent, I can throw it on and I can for sure get a touch on an opener.
Hmm.
And it has a little bit more wiggle room as opposed to like the tighter stuff where it's like, well, if you come in light, you can touch 400 maybe. So try and get one on the board. But prep's good, feeling good.
I don't want
Good.
to like cause controversy, but
Mhm.
I want to help any newer lifters. I think saying you don't have to touch your chest in training is the same as saying go ahead and squat high every week, and then
To
at the meet it'll be there. It'll be there
to
on game
to
day.
be clear, even in like the programs that I program more frequent touches.
You
I
program touches?
I program touches, man. I will in a not big headed way say the issue I'm running into is the weights I'm using. There's like a carryover of like fatigue and like pain and discomfort from touching, just in the weight and the tightness of the shirts. So it's like a depreciating like return. Where I found for a long time, getting close to a touch was good enough. But obviously, like there's that skill acquisition of like, well, you still have to be able to touch. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, like I've been in a shirt for almost every week for like 3 years straight now. So I think like the average person should definitely be touching. Um, but like my mindset also in a comp is like, well, the bar is going to come down until someone says press, or until someone picks the bar up off me, which I also like think you have to be really comfortable in the shirt to like commit to that plan because it can be scary.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I agree. Everyone should be touching. Newer lifters should not be doing boards. Newer lifters should be trying to get touches. Um, the not touching is me just trying to validate my feelings around not touching in my own training. That's all.
Maybe I'll start asking our guests if they feel the need to squat to depth.
As long as they have a training partner gassing them up.
That
They don't
sounds
Hey, I
complain.
important.
squatted pretty deep this week, I think.
You what?
He says into his water bottle.
I'll post it. You can let me know what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess your next meet, Bryce, is Westerns. Is that the plan?
That's the plan. Yeah.
And when is Western start?
October?
October?
Early October, yeah. Just the week after Commonwealth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Week before? Or is it
After.
the week after?
The week after.
Yep.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. All right, this week we have Holly Bryans with us. She's a GB lifter. Started lifting in 2016. Didn't get into equipment until 2019. And then after competing for a number of years, last year she won Europeans in a crazy session, like a bloodbath of people bombing on bench that whole week.
Yeah.
Big controversy around the rack being used there. It was a whole thing. We get into it a little bit with Holly, talk about it. Last year also at Worlds, she finished fourth in a really competitive class. There was first and second and third were tied on body weight, and Holly was only 2.5 kilos behind. So huge year last year for her. So very interesting conversation with Holly and how she handles her training and kind of what she's learned through the years competing. Yeah, hope you enjoy the conversation with Holly. Holly,
Cool.
thanks for joining
Yep.
us.
Thank you.
Let's start quickly by doing a little introduction. You started lifting in 2016, but give us a rundown of how you got into the sport and a little bit of your past.
So I started playing football basically, and then I met Simon, my partner, 10 years ago. He was a powerlifter, so he was like in the gym all the time. So if I wanted to spend any time with him, I had to go and join him in the gym basically. So yeah, and then I just got into lifting, and then we started quite light, and then each week we just add like 2.5 kilos on each time, and then we figured out I was quite strong. So yeah, I thought I'd join a powerlifting comp.
So, sorry, when you were playing football, you weren't doing any sort of fitness outside of the sport itself, or?
So I was a gymnast to start with, and then I was kind of like doing gymnastics and football at the same time. And then I dropped gymnastics and just went full hog into football. And then yeah, that's all I was doing basically.
Maybe gymnastics is a secret sauce. That's what
It seems
Ray
like it.
Ray was
Yeah,
talking about gymnastics as well. That's the GV equipped secret. Start them in
yeah,
gymnastics.
yeah, that's it.
And then when you started going to the gym and you started doing some of the compound lifts, was there anything you were like immediately drawn to, or was it kind of like a forced passion?
Uh, I wouldn't say it was forced, but I was interested in learning the squat, bench, and deadlift because that's what I was seeing him doing. Um, but I had to start with the trap bar deadlift because my technique on the deadlift was really bad. Um, and then I couldn't bench with an empty bar even because I had like wrist pains. So I was just doing like dumbbell stuff for like weeks and weeks, and then yeah, I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, when your initiation to things is adding weight every week, and you just that goes on and on and on, and you
Yeah.
add weight and add weight and add weight. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. When you kind of got started with things, did you have a certain moment where you lifted something and had that like realization, like, oh shoot, I'm kind of good at this.
Well, I think it was when I like it comes up on my Facebook memories quite a lot. So I remember doing like 5 times 5, and I think I started at like 40 kilos, and then I just added like 2.5 each week until I was at like 100 kilos. And then when I got to like 100 kilos, I was like, wow, this is like, I don't know, this is cool.
And were you doing like still playing football at the same time, or did that kind of end right around the time powerlifting started?
It was a little bit of both. So at the start, I was a bit of a party girl. So I was playing football, lifting, because I was quite young when I started lifting. I think I was 19.
Okay.
So we were doing like both for a little bit. And then basically it got to the realization where I was having like training sessions and they weren't going to plan. And Simon was like, well, you kind of need to pick one or the other. So yeah, we just went all in on lifting in the end.
So then going all in, so your first competition was in 2016. How
Yep.
much lead up did you have into that first competition? Was it just once you decided that you're going to go on in powerlifting, you just picked kind of the first competition you found, or
Yeah, so I did like a local one at our gym, and then 2 weeks later I entered like a North Midlands regional comp. So I just basically lifted the same weights in both comps, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
cool.
So then, uh, in 2019 was the first time you got into equipment, and what kind
Yeah.
of drew you into that side of the sport?
So it was my coach. He's an equip lifter. So he was like, "Oh, let's throw some knee wraps on and see how we go." Basically. So yeah, if it wasn't for him, that I don't think I'd be doing equip lifting.
Fair enough.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like I just don't think I would have ventured into it if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, like had the exposure to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
Yeah.
when you got into the knee wraps that first day, was it one of those things that was like, oh, I really like this right away, or was it kind of, a bit of hesitation with the equipment at first, with like, the discomfort of it and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff? How was that sort of like dipping your toes in the water the first few times?
So yeah, it wasn't too bad. We used like really old suits, so I could basically still squat to depth, and we just started off with light wraps. So yeah, it wasn't so bad, but I was struggling with the bench shirt quite a lot,
Hmm.
just figuring out the groove and stuff. But and also the deadlift as well. I deadlifted raw for quite a long time. Um, so yeah.
Do you remember what equipment you started in?
Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it's been around for a long time, that suit. Um, It was like a black and white one. I don't know if that makes any difference. I can't remember the exact one now.
I feel like a lot of equipped lifters and equipped coaches have those kind of like collections of old stuff,
Yeah.
and the suit that is like 19 people's first suit.
Yeah.
It's a
The
good thing to
treasure
have. I
box.
feel like, yeah,
The
yeah,
strap's
little
been taken
Yeah.
in and
tickle
out
trunk.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Well loved.
Yeah.
So when you started dabbling with the equipment, was there a movement you enjoyed the most? Like obviously you said you were struggling with bench. Uh,
Yeah.
when you got in kit, was it just like I love equipped squatting or I love equipped deadlifting? Like what was that like?
So my favorite lift before I had like knee injuries was always squat. So at the start, yeah, I was just really enjoying the equipped squat, just because having something so big and heavy on your back and squatting down with it and then coming back up, just don't know, it's just cool. So yeah, that's what I enjoyed the most. Yeah, because I was at the start, I was really struggling with bench and deadlift. So I think you just tend to enjoy what's going well, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I still think equipped bench is just kind of silly.
Yeah.
So then going forward, you said you struggled with the bencher quite a bit. In 2023, I think your best bench in comp was around 130 or 132. And then by
Yeah.
2025, you're up to like 172. So it's quite good improvement for a couple of years. How did you find your bench press basically in equipment?
Well, I went through well, at the start I was struggling with it, and then it was just getting better and better. And then basically when they changed the elbow depth rule, I had to like strip it right back because I ended up bombing at the British champs. So we stripped it right back. We started like a lot flatter, and then I went back down to like 110. And then I don't know. I just seem to have just put kilos on the bench somehow. I literally don't know.
So there wasn't like a big change in your equipment or anything that you can like attribute it to?
No, I mean I'm in the same size shirt as what I started on. Um, the only thing I can think of is um, we just we got like the same size shirt but just a newer version. So yeah, and then I tend to find the looser light shirt works for me because if it's too tight or it's jacked down too much, then it just throws my bench off. So yeah, I just feel like I've just found a good groove at the minute, and yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah, just kind of started making a bit more sense.
Yeah.
So has your raw bench increased with your equipped bench? Like you said that the shirt's pretty loose. Like have you found that your raw lifting is carrying a lot of the load there?
I would say it's a bit of a hard one with my raw bench, just because I don't know if you've seen my raw bench from, like pre elbow depth roll, but it's probably like this much range of motion. So I was doing like I think my best ever is like 120 raw, but now it's nothing like that now because I mean we're just trying to go like lower with the change of the rule and stuff. So I would say it's a bit of a hard one. I don't really know where I'm currently at with my like max raw, if that makes sense. So
Do you train then pretty consistently in the kit all year, or are you kind of out of it most of the time and just doing raw work, or how does that kind of look for you?
so I was working with the same coach since I started, so 10 years ago, and then we were literally always in the kit, unless I was prepping because I used to do like raw and equipped. So depending on what we had on the calendar, would just be depending on what we'd be training. But a couple of years ago, when they did change the rule, I just went all in on equip basically, and then we were just literally in the kit all the time, and yeah, so that was how I used to train. But then I've been with a new coach for about a year now, and we're hardly ever in the kit, like unless a comp's looming, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think since Worlds last year, I don't think I've been in the kit since then, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of raw lifting.
So, in a normal prep, how many exposures would you say you're getting in kit? Like how many squat sessions, how many bench sessions, how many pulls are you averaging leading into a competition then?
So I've only done one prep with my new coach. So I would say we'll do like one like session in the kit, and then we'll have a couple out, and then I would say maybe like I want to say like 6 sessions, but I could be wrong because I've only had one prep, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So
Yeah.
And then
And how?
oh, sorry, after you, Bryce.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, previously with your old coach, it sounded
yeah,
like you were pretty consistently in kit.
yeah.
How do you find that contrast? Did you find your body felt better? Did you find there was some issues with confidence or anything like that?
Yeah, so obviously being in the kit all the time, like I know I can come in and I know what kind of numbers I'm hitting and I'm capable of hitting. But yeah, this prep was quite different because like confidence was a little bit lower because I'm thinking, I don't know, like what can I lift or am I doing it right? Or do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, for
So
sure.
yeah, so it was a little bit different this time round because I normally had like someone else just telling me we're doing this, we're doing that. But this time around, like me and Simon, my partner, had to like learn how to wrap knees because we were dependent on my other coach before. So we learned how to wrap knees. We had to go to like a different gym and change like all our routine around. So yeah, it was very different this prep compared to another prep.
And with changing gyms, are you like in and around a big community of equipped lifters, or is it kind of just you and your partner, or does your partner do equipped?
And well, he's done one comp,
Okay,
but maybe he might do another.
sweet. But yeah, like with your old coach, sounded like you were in kit all the time, which makes me
Yeah.
think there's probably a good sized crew and community there. Is that something that you still have at the new space, or are you kind of one of the only equipped lifters, or what does that aspect of things look like for you?
So we're trained we've got like a little mini gym. It's like a little studio. So
Hmm.
it is just us two, but then like the bigger sessions, we go to like a bigger gym. Um, there isn't, I mean, because we only just go a couple of sessions like every so often. So we just kind of go when we can. So there's not really, we're not part of like any equipped community, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, it is a lot harder without that community. So yeah, I do think that our region as well, because we're like in North Midlands, we don't have that many equipped lifters around where we are as well. So it does make it a little bit harder.
Hmm. Is
Yeah,
that
for
something
sure.
you're looking to like grow, or like, do you have space for that kind of thing? Is that something you'd like to see develop there?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So my old coach, he still like uses our studio downstairs, and he's got quite a few equipped lifters. But yeah, I mean, they kind of do like one-to-one sessions. So we have done a few equipped sessions at our studio, but there's not that many people around here that do it. So, but yeah, I'd love to grow that.
Just got to start wrapping people's knees, I guess.
I know.
Every chance you get.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of hard because our studio is kind of like it's not like a gym, so we don't really see anyone in here unless they're training with their coach here, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's hard to get hold of people's knees.
That makes sense.
So jumping ahead to last year, you had quite a year in competitions.
Yeah,
Starting with the Euros, which you won
yeah,
in what has to have been like one of the craziest sessions ever.
yeah,
For those that don't know, you lifted there's 69 and 76s together, and I think of the 13 people that lifted, only 8 people made a total. In the 76s, only you made a total, and we're not talking like inexperienced lifters here, like some very experienced Marta from Norway, Frida from Sweden. So like very experienced lifters. How does that? I guess how does it rattle you, kind of going in there, and seeing, especially because I mean the whole week leading up to it, obviously you probably people were complaining about the bench, right? But
yeah.
kind of give us your take on that whole situation.
So I don't tend to, like if I'm at a competition, I try not to like watch what's going on in other flights and sessions, just because I don't know, I start overthinking and stuff. So all I thought was like we just got to get our first bench, but yeah, as everyone was failing it, like, and I think I was one of the last ones out, so I was like, I just need to get this one bench in and just focus on that one bench, basically. Um, so yeah, and we kind of like I always try and bench off different benches, if that makes sense as well. So I'm not like reliant upon one bench. So I kind of just, I don't know, I just got under it and was like, I just got to try and do it.
It's interesting perspective because so many people nowadays are so they have to try on the best equipment, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So you think your kind of flexibility gave you an advantage in that situation.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just kind of, I try not to think too much about, like being on the perfect rack or the perfect day because like stuff happens or I don't know, not having the best sleep. I just try and go into each session or comp with just what's there on the day and whatever happens, happens basically.
Now, in that session, I know you're saying you don't like to know what's going on or anything like that. Going into deadlifts, did you know that you'd already won or
Yeah, I did know.
okay? Because I
So,
was
yeah.
yeah, because I was gonna be my follow up was like I found with a lot of people sometimes when they know they've already secured a podium spot or they know they've already secured a placement that it's kind of like deflating and they lose that like motivation to push hard through those
Mm,
last three pulls. Um, but I guess obviously like with the day you had, you didn't find that to be an issue at all, eh?
yeah. I mean, it was a bit disheartening a bit because like I love competitions where you turn up and like there's a big fight for your place and I don't know, I just felt like I didn't really earn it. So yeah, it was kind of like I was happy with my performance, but it was kind of like, well, if someone would say like, well done, congrats, I'd be like, yeah, but it's only because everyone else bombed. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
how I
mean,
looked at it.
I think that's a look that people commonly have with it, but I think something to consider with equipped is obviously like the skill of making a total is pretty important in equipment. So like
Mm-hmm.
sure, you can try and devalue your own performance by saying like, well, so and so didn't post a total, but then there's also like the other mindset of, well, you were good enough to put a total on the day in the same conditions everyone else had. and like
Yeah.
you came out ahead, right? So I think
Mm.
there's something there where people need to be a little bit kinder to themselves,
Yeah.
and not have their performance solely based off of someone else not having a good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
You went 3 for 3 on bench when
Yeah.
I think there was I can't remember how many women bombed in the bench. Like there was only 12 attempts in your session were successful.
Seven lifters bombed on bench.
Yeah, and 12 successful attempts. But you went 3 for 3. You hit a personal best bench. Like I think
Yeah.
you excelled in that situation. So I think don't devalue your own performance. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. I'm hard on myself.
I think a lot of us are.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
us are for sure.
When most of us are in equipment.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, go ahead, Garrett.
Oh, no, I was gonna segue into Worlds.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead.
So then, obviously, after Euros, Romania, Worlds.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Yeah. So that was. I really enjoyed that comp. It was one of my favourite comps that I've ever done. So yeah, I didn't really know what to expect because training had gone well, but it was kind of like we said before, I was a bit like I hadn't had as many sessions in the kit, and maybe my confidence wasn't as high. But yeah, it just I felt really good on the day, and it felt really great to. I think there was, I can't remember who they were, but there was three of us fighting for second, third, and fourth, which is my best like ever total. So yeah, I was really pleased with that, and I think it was my first international. No, it was my first medal at Worlds as well.
Yeah. So for anyone that's not aware of how that session uh, played out, second and third ended up being decided based on body weight with both at 617, 5.
Yeah,
And then you ended up in fourth with a 615.
yeah,
So obviously, like going into it, not really knowing what to expect, finishing fourth at
yeah.
Worlds is a pretty big accomplishment. Do you find that to be motivating going into like this season? Like looking at, okay, like fourth last year, I'm in contention. I deserve to be here. I can be on the podium. And does that make like the current goal going forward just to get back to Worlds and fight for a podium spot?
Yeah, I mean that's always the goal. Like, I'd love to be on the podium at Worlds. Yeah, that's my ultimate goal, basically. So yeah, it's very motivational.
Okay. And then I know we touched on it before we started recording, but does that mean so Worlds this year is kind of what you have your eyes set on?
Yeah, I hope so. I haven't. I mean, I've got a really busy year, um, and I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't really been like looking and keeping track, but is Worlds still going to be in the same place? Do you know? So far,
Nothing has been said
yeah,
to the contrary as of yet.
yeah,
Obviously, the landscape of the world is constantly changing, so we have to be a little flexible, I guess. But yeah,
yeah,
currently, as far as I know, it's still in Turkey.
yeah. Cool. Yeah. So yeah.
Is that something that would be a decision maker, like based on where it is, or
No, it's just like what I've got on personally. Like I am available for Worlds. Um, so yeah.
okay?
I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one, just because. I mean, I've got like a really busy period at the moment, and then I just don't want to put too much pressure on myself. And also, is it the right time to, because I've had such a long time out this year, I've not competed so far. I mean, it's just thinking, is Worlds the best decision for me, if that makes sense? Rather, or is it like a regional comp? Because I know the British champs has now been moved to next July instead of next Jan or Feb. So I mean, I've just got different options as to, I don't know which one's best. I just need to have a think, basically. Yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
Fair enough.
yeah,
And how is training going right now for you?
yeah. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. I'm doing like a lot of volume at the minute, so I've been doing like 4 sets of 10 on like squat. I'm doing like a juggernaut program at the moment, so lots of sets of 10. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's just something a little bit different, rather than like all the heavy stuff all the time. Just stripped it all back and just building like a solid foundation, and then hopefully working on any weaknesses and building that big total that I'll be hopefully having next comp.
I'm curious. You mentioned, sets of 10 and versus heavy stuff in the equipment. What when you're in equipment, and I have a tendency to ask people about this, but like reps and gear.
Yeah.
What's been your experience there? Are you somebody who's doing sets of 5 in equipment, or are you sticking to singles mostly? What's that like for you?
So previously I was doing like quite a lot of sets of threes, like heavy triples on squats, deads, um, but mainly singles on bench.
Hmm.
But yeah, for the last prep, I think it was mostly singles, and then maybe like a few back offs, but nothing like crazy. Um, yeah, mostly singles.
Cool.
So you alluded to some knee issues earlier. Are you having ongoing knee injuries, or is it kind of resolved itself at this point?
It's it's got a lot better. So I was struggling with like knee tendonitis for quite a long time, and that's basically why I stopped doing raw as well, because every time I was like prepping for a raw comp, it would just flare up. So yeah, I just put the knee wraps on and the suit, and then injuries were gone. So yeah, I was able
Beautiful.
to. Luckily, I was able to like continue like training and competing like with equipment. So yeah, but yeah, touch wood, I haven't had any issues with that since it last flared up. So yeah.
So have you you mentioned the British next year. Do you have any
Yeah.
competitions in mind other than that? I know you said you have a fairly busy season right now. I think you're getting married shortly.
Yeah.
So, but anything on the calendar for competitions this year?
Um, not so I'm not sure. Like it just depends what I'm gonna do this year with like worlds. Um, other than if I don't do worlds, then I'll definitely have to do a qualifying comp for the British next year anyway. So either one of those, and then probably next year I'll just continue, like trying out all the different, because I've lost quite a lot of weight as well. So it just depends where we want to go with like weight classes as well. Um, so yeah, I'll have to do a qualifying comp at a certain weight, and then if we stay down, I'll have to like get some new kit, and don't know, like we just kind of have to test some bits out and decide what I want to do, because I feel like I'm I've not really quite find where I should be lifting yet,
Right.
if that kind of makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
always like flitting.
Yeah, it looks like in from 2020 to 2021, you went down from competing the 72s to the 63s.
Yeah.
So there's a big cut there. Was there any specific reason for that? Was it like a competitive thing? And how did you find that cut? Obviously, that's a pretty sizable cut at that point.
Yeah.
How was that whole process?
So basically, why I did it is because it was locked down. So no holidays, no foods out. I was like, I just need to do something. So I started going down, and because I'm pretty sure that's when they said about the new 69 weight category. So I started with a vision to go to the 69s, but then when we got to the 69s, it kind of just kept going and going and going. It got to 66, and I was like, okay, I'm 3 kilos either side, so like we'll just continue what we're doing, and then yeah, we just ended up at 63. Um, so yeah, that was that, but I didn't stay down there for that long. Yeah, because yeah, I think I did one comp as a 63, and then that's basically when I started getting my knee problems.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think that was kind of tied together, and just started to feel like training was getting taking a hit and stuff. So then we decided to go up quite quickly after.
Yeah, so you've never actually been a full 76. You've always been well under the class. I assume you're not. Do you track your diet pretty closely, or kind of just lift where you live?
Yeah, so I work with a nutritionist. I would say, well, last year after Worlds, I was probably about 74 kilos, and that was like the heaviest, if, like the heaviest in that weight category that I've been. So yeah, I've not really filled it out, but now I'm back down to 69 and a half. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, like it's just figuring out what I want to do, and yeah, I just got to figure it out.
So, especially like with you just mentioning that you're effectively a 69 right now.
Yeah.
Um, with your bench being as good as it is, bench worlds, is that something that ever crossed your mind?
I have thought about it before, but I just think it's quite close to Euros. So, I mean, yeah, I've just always had my eyes on like full power Euros, but yeah, I would do a bench Worlds if we kind of if didn't have the Euros on for any reason. But yeah, I don't think I'd be able. Well, it depends which weight category I was in, but
Well, I mean,
yeah,
170, 172. Like if you're using like this year as a measuring stick, 172 could win 76, 69.
yeah, yeah.
I just have a bias. I'm always curious when good benchers don't do bench worlds. That's all. That's a personal
No,
bias.
it's not because I don't like bench only. It's just that because it's so close to Euros, I just think, well, I don't know. I just think to myself, British Euros Worlds, yeah.
Yeah, bench only is at the bottom of the totem pole. I get it.
So we have a couple of questions that came in from some of their Instagram people, and one of them was specifically about benching and benching without a belt, which
Yeah.
is obviously very common in classic, but in equipped, it's probably much more common to see people wearing a belt to kind of keep the shirt set. Is that something you've ever played with and found it didn't work for you? Is it more like an arch issue, or?
I have tried benching in a belt, and it just doesn't work for me for some reason. Um, I just find like when my shirt can move around a bit, like I said previously, like when it's got a bit of movement, it just I don't know, it just kind of like goes down better, and I get the line. And as soon as I put a belt on, I don't know, I don't know if it's me in my own brain or I'm not sure, but yeah, it doesn't go well for me. Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of been in loose kit anyway, so I just think that's just what I'm used to, and maybe it could work in the future with a belt, if I keep at it, but sometimes, like when I have tried it, I've been quite close to a comp. So, I mean, I don't, when I've tried it before, I don't really stick to it, if that makes sense. Whereas if I did practice, then it probably would get better, but it's just not something we've done yet.
Right.
I think there's a contingent of people who kind of prefer to bench without a belt in shirts, at least like a majority or part of the time. So it might just be that little bit of movement in the shirt's good for you. Who knows?
Yeah.
Those easier touches.
Yeah, that's it.
There's something to be said for easier touches sometimes. A whole lot less stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't saying it's a belt is required. I was just simply saying that
Oh,
it's
no, yeah.
little more common to, I think, see people with a belt on to kind of keep that
Yeah.
shirt seated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a follow up off that actually. In training, how often are you touching your chest in the shirt?
So the last prep, like, I mean, quite a few times.
Okay, well, crap.
What?
Garrett wants someone to back him up. That's all. He's just looking for backup.
I just want someone to confirm that touching is a myth and you don't need to do it, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I feel like I'm dying on this hill alone. That's okay. But sorry, you're touching pretty often in the shirt.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah.
And then another question that came in: how do you handle liftoffs in competition? Do you have specific instructions? Is there any like key pieces you're giving the handoff crew going into it?
Okay, so I mean, I kind of try not to like rely on, because I know like everyone's different and everyone hands out differently, and like you're not going to get like a perfect situation of what you want. So basically, I just say to them, just 3, 2, 1, lift it out, and then I just say to them, it takes me quite a lot of time to settle, so just keep hold of the bar until I say yeah. And then once they've helped me out and like we're stable, like I'm fine to go. So yeah, I don't like relying on a certain, I don't know, like maybe that's just me, like I don't overthink things, or yeah, it's probably, I don't know. You know, like how people have got their rituals and they say like here, like I want it here, and I have no idea where I have it. I just say 3, 2, 1, pass it me, and I'm like, yeah, I think that's right. I don't know.
Okay.
Noticing a trend in the like flexibility and adaptability on your
Yeah.
bench. I think
Yeah.
that numbers and results would show that serves you really well.
Yeah.
Very go with the flow.
Yeah, I'm a go with the flow lifter because, like, especially with equipment, like, I feel like you can't be, you're never going to get perfect situations or the same people handling you or everyone doing reps a certain way. Like, I'm just grateful for any help because I know that I can't wrap my own knees and do my own stuff. So, any help I'm grateful for. Yeah.
I think that's a true thing for a lot of equip lifters because, yeah, it takes a lot of people to help you kind of get going. So
Yeah.
most equip lifters I've ever met are very grateful for any sort of help or,
Yeah.
watching Bryce wrap Zaid warming up for himself at Nationals was really something. Like you guys are
Yeah.
both lifting in the session and you're wrapping each other sort of thing. So
Yeah. I don't know how people, like, I don't know if you've seen Tony Cliff just in his garage and just lifting his own stuff. I mean, when I've got a shirt on, there's no way I can even get any bar out. So I don't know how these people are doing it on their own.
Yeah.
Fair play to 'em. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Tony
wild actually.
is an exception to the rule for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Cool. I think we can roll into a section we call equipment check, and that's kind of where we'll talk about kind of what you prefer in your equipment and your favorite pieces of equipment, stuff like that. So we'll start
Yeah.
off with kind of like your gear, is it stock or is it like stock sizes or is it custom sizes? And if they're stock sizes, do you know what sizes they are?
They are stock sizes. I think I've got a size 36 squat suit and deadlifts. I think that's 34, and then my bench is 38. So yeah, they're all stock sizes, all quite loose. Like I can get my straps up myself, take them down, and put my suits on in, I don't know, a couple of minutes. My shirt, I just chuck it on and then do a little bit of movements in the arms, and it's there. So yeah, I probably need to like look at getting some tighter stuff.
Well, especially if you're down a whole weight class too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you do any modifications to anything? Have you learned the equipped art of sewing yet?
No. So I've had a few modifications to a squat suit, only the straps though. And then also I did have a deadlift suit as well where like we pinched the straps in. And actually I was doing really well with the deadlift suit, but then that was when I was lighter and then I went up a weight category, so I unpicked everything. So yeah, I could probably do with doing that back again. That's what I mean. Like I can't figure out where I should be lifting. So I'm kind of like up, down, up, down. Don't know what kit. Like I'm going up kit, I'm going down. So yeah, I just need to like figure that out and have a little play around with loads of different kit, I think.
And then what are you currently in for kit? Like what squat suit are you in? What bench shirt? What deadlift suit?
Oh God. So Super Centurion squat suit, Super Katana shirt, and then Sumo Velocity deadlift suit. I had to think then because it's been a while.
It's just sitting in the closet like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah, they're just in the suitcase. But they're the kits that I've always lifted in. I've never really tried any other. I've tried like a low cut shirt, but that didn't work for me. And I have tried doing a deadlift in, you know, like when some people do it in a squat suit, and that didn't work for me either. So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, the kit that I wear now is the kit that I started in, just different sizes.
Yeah.
And then what knee wraps are you in?
I want to say this is where like I'll get. I don't really know what I'm talking about here. I was in the SVD ones, you know, the old style, the
The
really stretchy ones.
okay, the red and black ones.
Yeah, that's it. But
Okay.
now I'm in. I want to say Titan, blue, red, and white. Oh no, not red. Blue, yellow, and red.
Yeah, THPs.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you want to know why I chose those?
Yes,
course.
absolutely.
Because I looked, because I was having to self wrap or get Simon to wrap me. I just basically looked at the whole GB squad, looked at what they were using, and just was like, yeah, I'll do those then. And that's it.
I was a big THP enjoyer as well for self wrapping especially.
Yeah.
So I can sympathize with that.
Yeah.
And then footwear. Are you one pair of shoes for everything? Are you one pair of shoes each lift? What are we wearing?
I'm just wearing flats for all three.
And it's just the same pair of flats?
Yep.
That makes equipment check pretty easy.
Yeah. Try and be like in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes packing easier too.
Yeah.
The equipment check and equipped meet can be a lengthy process where everyone's unloading their duffel bag of 9 suits, 9 pairs of shoes, 9 wraps.
Yeah.
So one pair of shoes definitely makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next segment here is common questions. So we have a a bunch of questions that we kind of ask everybody to wrap
Yep.
things up. And the first question we've got for you is what has been like the highlight of your lifting career so far?
Um, so I think two really stick out.
Hmm.
I'd say getting the gold bench medal at Worlds last year, um, just because it was my first like medal at Worlds, and yeah, I think after all the struggles I've had with bench previously, like with the new rule and stuff, I don't know, it felt good to like come back and get that gold medal. So that's one, and then another one that sticks out is the winning the Manchester Open, which was
Hmm.
like a really cool comp. Um, it was like a load of equipped lifters, kind of like the Arnold, but with UK people. Um,
That's the one that Kim helps run, right?
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a really cool looking event.
yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it was nice as well because normally you go to like these comps and it's either well the British is like all equipped or all raw. But this was kind of like the best of the best equipped and the best of the best raw in the UK. So yeah, it was really cool. And it was good because a lot of raw people that have never seen equipped before will have seen it, and then yeah, vice versa.
Some knees to wrap.
Yeah.
So then obviously like coming off of like the highs of your lifting career, what would you say the lowest point has been so far? And what did you walk away from that with? Or what did you learn from that?
So I would say the lows was definitely when I did my first bomb, because that's the first time. That was like the first comp back in equipment since I think I had a hernia. I
Mm.
think that was the return from that comp. Um, so it was the first return back to equipped, and I was like building it up, putting a load of pressure on myself. Training had gone really well, and then I don't know, I just went into this comp feeling really good, and then it was the first time that I bombed, and I don't know, it just felt like it was the end of the world. I don't know, it just yeah, I mean, I think that was the like quite a big low for me, just because it was the first time in such a long time being back in kit, and then everyone else had done so well, and then it's hard because you're trying to celebrate like their competitions and their totals and stuff, and then I don't know, you kind of just go back feeling a bit deflated and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that was my low point,
Yeah,
or like
the
any comp that you're not happy with.
yeah, the first bomb always always
It
cuts pretty
stings.
deep,
Hmm.
Yeah,
especially when you're celebrating your first bomb in a pool in Orlando being made fun of by all your friends that just had really good days,
yeah,
Who would make fun of you for that?
right? Who would do that? Couldn't
I don't
couldn't
know, man.
imagine. Yeah, some
Bad
good
friends.
people,
Yeah.
bad friends.
So, did you have any
Um,
lessons you learned from that experience there?
yeah. I think it's just kind of like life goes on. Like you just got to get back under. Like there's no point in like blaming anything, or I don't know, trying to think of what could have happened, or yeah, like you just got to get back into the gym and get back to work. Basically, that's how. I mean, that's what I learned, and then after that, I literally got back and then entered the next comp. I think it was um, couple of weeks later, and just
Hmm.
get back on the horse. And yeah, that's a lesson that I learned from that.
Yeah, it looks like it was a quick turnaround into a PB total,
Uh, yeah.
potentially. 560 there at the
Oh yeah,
Sprint
that was it.
Showdown. Yeah,
Manchester. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think having bombed a couple times in my lifting career, I think, yeah, the initial this is the worst feeling ever,
mm,
and
Hmm.
then a few hours later you're like, there could be worse things. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
In the end, this
Yeah.
isn't the worst thing that could happen to me, I guess. But and then getting back into it, I know the immediacy of trying to get some redemption for it is kind of good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like the closer you do the next comp, the better, really. Like you just gotta throw yourself back in.
Yeah. Don't let the doubts get too deeply ingrained in you.
Yeah, that's it.
The only thing I can think worse than bombing is going back to your hotel room, only to find out that all your Oreos have been eaten.
We're gonna have to do a Garrett episode where he just airs grievances.
That's every episode.
True.
So then, who would you say have been your biggest inspirations? And they don't need to be powerlifting related.
Okay, so I'll say Ellie Steele is a big one. I remember doing my first international. I was raw, and it was Western Euros, so raw and equipped were there. And I just remember, I think Ellie won that comp. And I just saw her. I just remember her like being on people's shoulders after I'm pretty sure she won it. And I was just thinking like, wow, like you're cool. So yeah, like
She
she's
is
like
very cool.
a unit.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
so cool. She just gets like under the bar or whatever and just lifts it and then walks off. And I'm like, wow, cool. Yeah. So Ellie was a big one. When I first started lifting, Sherry Miles was a big one as well. And the cool thing about that is that me and Sherry started equipped lifting in the same year, just by chance. So, yeah, I'll say Sherry is a big one. Just anyone that I compete against, basically, like anyone in my weight category, like I just look up to. So yeah, there's not like certain. I mean, those two are big ones, but yeah, just loads of people, like loads of lifters, like especially ones in my weight category that I feel like I can relate to those more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What's one piece of advice you wish you could give yourself when you were just starting out in lifting?
That's a good one. I'd say, making me think here. I don't know. I'd just say, just enjoy it and go for it. Like, take on every, don't know what the word is now. Every situation that comes up, just take it and go for it, because you never know where you're going to end up. Yeah, and just keep trying new things and open your mind, basically.
I think that's good advice.
Yeah.
Have you had any what would be your closest call in equip lifting? And I guess that would morely be related to like accidents or any dangerous situations.
I don't think I've really had, like, touch wood. I don't think we have had
That's
any.
good. That's
great.
not a bad thing.
That's a good track.
Yeah.
Wonderful answer.
No, I'm just trying to think. I mean, the odd, like when you take the bar out and you kind of stumble a bit, and then you think, whoa. But yeah, no, that's it really. But luckily, like any spotters that we work with, like they're all on the ball, and they just catch you straight away. So yeah. I mean, I think that's a really big thing in equipped lifting. Like you've got to be, like confident in the people around you, and you just can't think like that, because I mean, I will admit, there was a few sessions in the last prep where, because I'm normally used to like 2 spotters on the bench, and it was just me and Simon. So there was a few sessions where I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this. Like and I would get like flashbacks of like my wrists giving way or something. I'm like, no, get that out my brain. I'm literally about to go and bench. But yeah, I just think you can't really think like that, especially when you've got like such a big heavy weight either in your hands or on your back. You just gotta be confident and go with it. But yeah, luckily no near misses and hopefully none in the future.
And do you have a raw lifter that you'd like to see get into equipped, or at least dabble with the equipped lifting?
Yeah, I think Sophia Ellis, like
Mm-hmm.
she's got monster like numbers, and I think it would be cool to see like what she could lift. Like her bench is massive raw, so I don't know, like a few years in a shirt would be like humongous. And I'm pretty sure Tasmin Campbell, she's a 69 lifter, and she's got a massive bench as well. And I'm pretty sure I saw her dabbling in a bench shirt a few weeks ago. So you never know. Hopefully, we'll get some big, big lifters from Britain taking it up.
Be very exciting.
Yeah.
And then we kind of covered this a little bit, but do you have any concrete goals you're aiming for right now?
I just think like the main one is to like get back to enjoying it, because there was a time like last year where I just wasn't enjoying my training anymore. So it's kind of like, I don't know, turning up to training, and I was finding it hard to get like motivated, and then I'd get up to the bar and it'd be like, oh, you're squatting 230, 240 today, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do that today. Like my brain just wasn't in it, if that makes sense. And yeah, so like getting that enjoyment factor back, which is coming back now. I'm enjoying like training a lot more and stuff, which is good. And then in the long run, I would like to just keep building the total. And eventually, hopefully, if we can get onto that world's podium, that would be great. So yeah, that's the ultimate goal for me.
Hell yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't talk about, is how hard it can be to kind of push when you don't really feel like pushing. And,
Yeah.
How, especially in equipment, I mean, not taking anything away from class lifting, but, when you have the extra difficulty of having to go squeeze yourself into a tight polyester suit, and you really don't want to do it. It's it's mentally challenging for sure. So
Yeah.
it's definitely important to try and find the joy in lifting and especially in training, because 95% of your lifting, well, more than that, probably way more than that, is spent training in the gym by yourself usually.
Yeah.
So yeah, find that
And that's
joy.
the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a follow-up question on that. What
Yeah.
kinds of things have you found have helped to like bring that joy or enjoyment back into your training? Is there anything you can point to?
So just getting a different approach, basically. Not that I wasn't enjoying my program before. I think it was just because I was working with the same coach for such a long amount of time. It was 10 years. So in my brain, I think I just needed to throw myself into something else, just to switch it up and just have a different approach, basically. Yeah, so and just with the change of program, it's kind of like changed my days around. So it's changed my whole weekly routine. So I just needed like different stimulus, basically. Yeah, just yeah, switching it up a bit.
Yeah, bit of novelty goes a long ways sometimes.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that kind of covers most of our questions here. Anything we didn't kind of cover that you want to talk about, Holly?
No, I think we're all good. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Well,
And where can people find you online if they want to reach out to you? or follow?
Instagram, it's at Holsey, so HOLLZZYYX. I don't know why it's that. I made it when I was like 12 or something, and then it kind of stuck. So yeah, but yeah, if anyone has any questions or wants to ask anything about equip, like I'll try my best and like give you some information, but or if you want to just come down and train, or you want to try some kit, then feel free.
Get your knees wrapped.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, Holly. We really appreciate you
That's
taking the
all right.
time and spend the time chatting with us. And yeah, thanks a lot.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank
Great
you.
evening, I guess.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks a
Holly.
lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.
We hope you enjoyed that conversation with Holly. Thanks again for coming and spending some time with us and chatting about equip lifting and how she got into it and her progress through the years. So hopefully that was a educational and interesting conversation for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Send us people you want us to talk to. Let us know who you want to hear from.
Yeah. Reach out and let us know what you want us to talk about here. We have a few more guests planned out on our list to get in contact with, but anyone that you're interested in, anyone that maybe not be on our radar, feel free to reach out and share with us. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see everybody, or everybody will hear us, I guess.
We'll talk at everyone.
Yeah. In
Don't
the
forget
next one.
to 5-star us on whatever app you use to listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
Go to calgarybarbell.shop.
Shop, I think.
Someone should know that. and buy
A
Equip
shirt?
Bruise Tired t-shirts to keep Garrett in his heat addiction.
Yeah, fully addicted to heat.
It is calgarybarbell.shop.
Thank you for confirming.
I've confirmed.
Okay.
If there's anything you want,
we have
also,
confirmation.
if there's something else you want to see us put out, hoodies or anything like that, feel free to talk to Bryce about that, since that's his department as well.
Mm-hmm. Let me know.
But
Head merchandiser.
head merchandiser.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.